using a protractor. Let's jump in. Alright, so we're going to find the measure of the following angles, starting off with the top measure of angle WVX. So you always want to start at the point that it tells you to, and then let's highlight that. So we're going to go WVX. Now here's the situation. We have the numbers that are in black and we have the numbers that are in blue. Okay, since we started at the W, that's our starting point, so that's going to be 0 degrees, right? And we're going to go 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and as you can see, it goes from 50, a little bit past 51 degrees, 52 degrees is where it is, so we will call it the measure of angle WVX is 52 degrees, okay? All right, here's another one. If we want to take the measure of WVZ, we're going to, again, start on the W, going to trace over to V. Now we're going to go all the way out to Z. It's an obtuse angle, so if we were to go with the blue numbers right here, right? If we were to trace it to the blue numbers, the blue measurement says it's 40 degrees, but just by looking at it, we know obtuse angles are more than 90 degrees, so it definitely can't be 40 degrees for your answer. So we actually have to measure the black. So let's measure the black numbers then, from 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. It's 140 degrees. We landed on it. So we're going to write that down. The measure of that angle is 140 degrees, okay? If we go to the measure of angle QVZ. All right, QVZ, let's go ahead and start. This time we're starting over here, Q, tracing all the way to V, going up to Z. As you can see, this is an acute angle, so if we were to say that it's, oh yeah, look, it's 140 degrees, obviously that's not right. Obtuse angles look much larger than that. Just by eyeballing it, you can tell it's not obtuse, it's acute. So instead, we're going to go with the blue number, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40 degrees is where it lands. It is 40 degrees for the measure of angle QVZ. Next one, let's go ahead and take a look at the measure of angle QVX. So that one right here, I'll highlight it yellow. QVX is going to be QVX. By looking at this, this is an obtuse angle, okay? If you were to count, going with the numbers that are black up here, you're going to get something like 52 degrees again, which, I mean, that's not correct. It's an obtuse angle. Obtuse angles are greater than 90 degrees, so you're going to actually have to measure with the blue numbers. So measuring and measuring and measuring, you're going to end up landing at about 100 and not quite at 130, so it'd be about 129, 128 would be pretty good estimates. I'm not going to use yellow for that one because then you wouldn't really be able to see it too well, but it's 128 degrees. Now this last one is the trickiest one of all, so I'm going to go ahead and clean up the protractor a little bit. All right, for this last one, we have the measure of angle ZVY. All right, so let's trace over that here, ZVY. Now this one doesn't start at 0, so we're going to have to do a little bit of subtraction, okay? I can see that if we go by... We can go by the blue numbers or we can go by the black numbers. And honestly, it's going to work out the same way no matter what. Let's go with the numbers in black. I can see that right here, this is about 85 degrees. It's halfway between 80 and 90. And right here, it's 140 degrees. So if I was to take the difference between those, 140 degrees minus 85 degrees, that's going to give me the measure of this angle right there, which is 55 degrees when I subtract them. So the measure of angle ZVY is 55 degrees, and that's how you use a protractor pretty much.